All right, welcome back. We are live. Double Trouble is here again, 9:30. Ready to talk some Bedlam football, ready to talk some softball, whatever you want to talk about. Guys, as you join, once again, thanks for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, be a part of it, what's going on. But I'm going to start it with Jeremy. I see your mustache coming in, bro. It's looking good. Mine's, you probably can't see it, but I have started it. Should be ready to go by Saturday. Maybe not the full Fu Manchu, but got to have the mustache by Saturday for Bedlam. And how about Dalton Cooper, offensive lineman for OSU, dropping the bulletin board material, guys?
Yeah, look, that's the oldest kind of ridicule put down that people say about OU fans all the time. Just does it even matter?
What he said didn't even make sense because it basically saying that the only people that like OSU are the ones that graduated from there.
Yeah, I
That's
don't.
a dumb comment. And did he not think OU Twitter would blast his
Oh, they're
OU Twitter
blasting,
80? OU Twitter chewed him up and ate him, spit him out.
and Jay, it's coming out. It's coming out that he's actually been a closet OU fan. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. They chewed him up and spit him out. Did you see all the stuff they found on his Twitter from five,
is
6 years ago?
is he a starter?
I don't try to even.
If he is, I hope he lines up against Trace Ford. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, Stutzman. I think Stutzman might play too, Billy. I don't think he's
I
missing the game.
Man, I don't know. I saw SI did an article about Kip Lewis today and Kobe McKenzie about how those two guys are ready and waiting if Stutzman can't go. And again, I think where you miss Stutzman the most probably is just having him on the field as a coach. I mean,
Yeah, making the calls. That'd probably be the best thing. Um, Clark's saying our audio is the audio bad right now. Let us
is
know
he
if the
talking? Is he
audio is
talking
bad.
about our audio or maybe Dalton Cooper's?
Okay, maybe he's talking about Dalton Cooper. I can read you what he said. I don't know if that would help, uh, but man, I cannot believe. I'm surprised, but not surprised because sometimes OSU players they will say something like that that just it's like why would you even speak those words? Why would you create bulletin board material? You you don't play well against OU. Why are you talking smack? I don't makes zero sense. I mean,
Yeah,
you
and
saw
hey,
all his videos today on Twitter, didn't you? From his
oh
past
yeah,
Twitter. Oh
oh
man.
yeah. And hey, viewers, let us know if it's our audio that you're talking about, Clark, or are you talking about uh, the audio from Dalton Cooper's comments? Because if it's something on our end, we need to fix it. But Jay, that's really two bulletin board kind of comments that were made both by OSU this week.
What was the other one?
I
Mike
think
Gundy?
what Gun- I think what Gundy said about Trace Ford.
Yeah, that was pretty weak. I agree with that. Uh, okay,
Thanks, Easton.
Easton says the audio's fine. Um, okay, good deal, good deal. Just want to make sure and clarify it. So, what about Jordan Seaton taking visit to the Bucks?
Yeah,
Hey, I I don't know how to say this, but I think that might be a good spot for him. I think he's probably. I mean, he could. I think Jordan Seaton. He's going to play the game a little bit. Don't you think, Jeremy?
I I mean, if you go based on maybe some things you see, he is, and I mean, he can do that. He's perfectly
Five
within
star. He can
what
do that for sure.
he can do
I,
whatever he wants. Yeah,
I,
and
I would
after,
be a little. I would be a little. Uh, I mean, they need offensive linemen bad, but I would be surprised if he went there just because I think they need a lot of help up front on both sides of the ball on the line. So I don't know. I mean, maybe he's going there. Maybe he would go there to be kind of the guy to start it because we'll see.
yeah, and look, out of the two guys, I want Grant Briggs.
I do too, but I'd like both. But you got to if you go 0 for 2 there, it's bad.
It's bad if you don't get either one. Who's going to impact next year besides David Stone, Jay? Who do you got?
Devon Mitchell.
I agree.
Devon Mitchell is the one I would say is going to start. I could see him for sure starting. They need a lot of help at tight end as far as athletic ability and everything. And Jeremy, would he be starting if he was there this year? I think he might be.
I mean, unless they're just going to continue to be loyal to Stogner, but Devon Mitchell, man, he's a guy that I see as well. And look, Danny Okoye, I think he may be a year away. His athletic ability is unbelievable, but I don't know if he plays right off the bat at OU because you got Adebawore and some other guys on the edge.
Another guy I would watch out for is Jackson, David Stone's teammate in the middle. I think he's very underrated.
And Tatum, the thing about Tatum is you do have Caleb Hicks and Smothers, so I don't.
Yeah, Tatum's different though. Tatum's a
Tatum
five-star.
is special. Tatum's a
Five-star running backs are different than four-star running backs. It's not. It's not.
Jake, 5-star everything. 5-star video gamer is better than. I mean, who cares? They're all 5 stars or better. Yes.
Yeah.
Who's been the worst 5-star? Bookie?
Rhett Bomar.
I don't know if Bomar was 5.
Was Bomar a 5-star? They also had Brent Rawls. Brent Rawls was pretty highly recruited.
He fell off the back of the pickup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, good point, Mark. I do think they will try to get a portal tight end as well. Man, Llewellyn and Caden Helm just really haven't
panned out.
I mean, injuries have really kind of caught them.
Yeah, and Jaden Jackson's another guy in the middle that can provide something.
Hey, Bookie, man. Bookie's up there at USC teaching him how to shoulder tackle right now. He's teaching him that hit.
When he shoulder tackles, he's at their shin, though. He's not very tall.
No, he was very overhyped, wasn't he?
Oh, my goodness, he was overhyped. Hey, I loved Rhett Bomar. When he came to town, I was like, this guy's a gun. This guy's a gun slinger, dude. He never panned out as well. I mean, you watched him. I think it was the UCLA game. He had an awesome game that year. Oregon bowl game. Of course, that was the year of the onside kick. Easton is saying on 247 that he was the second best of all time. Yeah, Bookie, pass interference Hiles, of course. Didn't he have another name? Seems like Bookie had another name he went by. I could be wrong on that. Trey Matoyer, yeah. Trey Matoyer was and then you had the three receivers of Trajan Bridges, Jaden Hazelwood, and Theo Weiss, who guys really, I mean, come on, let's call it like it is, did not do as much as we thought they would in a Sooner uniform. So, of course, Rattler also came with those guys, and he didn't as well. But
Bookie pass interference.
Jay, did Bookie have another name?
Brendan Radley.
Did he go by something else other than that?
Brendan Radley was his real name. Trey Matara was huge bust, Steve. Humongous bust. Hazelwood, another one. What about the defensive end? Was it Clayton Smith?
Oh, Clayton Smith was, never panned out. Jay, who was the running back that was compared to Adrian Peterson? He was like a top 10.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
National recruit.
I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, someone may look it up.
There's been a lot, but I mean, Mark Riley ruined Spencer Rattler. Absolutely ruined him. Hey, listen, Beamer may be in a little bit of trouble. Okay, not just because they're not winning, but you know this stuff about the sign stealing. They're kind of in the heat of it now. Did you hear about all that?
I did hear about that.
I mean, so basically,
bad deal for Beamer.
Bad deal. Last year, they were horrible, and then they get 2 top 10 wins in a row over Tennessee and Clemson, who now is saying they were scouted, that Michigan sent maybe Beamer maybe they had the connection there and got the tapes and then dominated those 2 teams. So I don't know, but it's wild.
It is. And look, we talked about it last night on Double Trouble that OU's got to really hold Ollie Gordon under 150. I would say OSU's got a few trick plays, but Gundy does not.
Mike Gundy will not use.
He doesn't use them.
He's scared, guys. Mike Gundy, he coaches scared in this game. He does 100%. He coaches scared in this game. Now maybe he changes on the last Bedlam game, but go look at the history. He does.
I don't know if Beamer calls him out.
No, he has a coordinator. Yeah. I think they have a new coordinator this year, though, because the other guy, Satterfield, I think, went and
I like Beamer a lot. I like everything he's about. But yeah, the fact that they're in the middle of this, uh, now Beamer was an offensive coach though, wasn't he?
He was more special teams and tight ends, I believe.
Tight ends, yeah, I was thinking tight ends, and Joe John Finley kind of took that
Hey,
role. But
but
his
Jeremy,
dad is all special teams. Frank Beamer
Jeremy,
is a special teams guru.
but don't you think Beamer getting the South Carolina job was too quick for him? Do you think he
It,
needed a stepping stone job?
I mean,
That's a big boy school, man.
it,
SEC.
it is, but I thought he was ready, but I don't know. He's not panned out as much. But you're right; it's the SEC, so I don't know. Leave the game to OSU quarterback. I agree. Alan Bowman is a sitting duck.
Yeah, if you hold Ollie, if you shut Ollie down, you shut OSU down. They're not beating OU. I don't think Bowman can throw the ball and beat OU. That would shock me. And
Yeah,
guys, we're going to find out this week if OU's changed from last year or if they're the same team. And I say that because if you go down there and lose this game, that's basically 3 games in a row you've looked pretty bad, right? And losing close games again. I mean, you can't fall into that boat. You got to go out there and put your step on their neck and dominate these guys.
special teams. Hey, yeah, Frank Beamer was unreal. And look, Nunez is the special team coach at OU right now, right?
Yeah,
Nunez,
yeah.
and it hasn't been unbelievable. Peyton Bowen, when he's out there, he's a difference maker. I mean, he can almost block every kick out there. But we needed to look better on special teams this week.
Yeah. And Mark says he thinks South Carolina is a stepping stone job. I could see that maybe. I mean, it's like kind of like Big 12 going to Texas Tech or something of the Big 12, I guess, right? But it's a SEC.
Steve, I don't know where
They
you
better
heard
have.
this, but I wouldn't be surprised because if you listen to BV, he didn't seem too happy in his presser about what the offense was putting out there.
Did
Now
you
he
watch
still
Gabe
took
Eichert and Teddy Lehman?
what they say.
Well, they were saying today, they said they love the jet sweep against OSU. It's a great play to run against them. I'm like, it's fine, but Teddy Lehman did say it's fine, but in moderation. You got to be going down the field too.
Yeah, you got to go down the field.
Oh man, Mark, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how much Roof really does in calling the plays. I think it's just on-field coaching and practice. I don't think. I don't know.
Unofficial 40 is awesome. I love unofficial 40. Yeah,
So are they saying they got their ass chewed or something on?
I think
Hey,
so.
offensive Jeremy. I mean, you love Levy. So what do you think about? You I'm kidding. I know you don't like Levy.
Yeah, don't say I love Levy. You know my thoughts. Hey, Ted Roof is a great motivator. He's a great public speaker. Uh, he's
He's
got
a good
great
coach. Like
he's got great pipes. If you want anyone calling your graduation or wedding, the guy's it. I mean, the guy's amazing. He looks the part. He's got the suit. I just don't know how much he calls plays, but having him on the sideline, I don't mind that. I think BV is the one really calling the defensive
Well, it was
schemes.
pretty obvious after that fourth down play last week that when Brent Venables said on that show Monday night that there was 12 other calls he wishes he would have called. He didn't say I wish Ted would have called.
Yeah.
BV's calling those.
All year, OSU has given up the big deep ball.
They dare you to throw it deep.
They
Jeremy?
dare you.
Hey, and here's a question I have. Brennan Thompson got a plane.
Did you see Brennan Thompson's Twitter post today?
What was it?
A picture of himself in the Sooner uniform. I just thought it was interesting. He posted it. My first initial thought, and I want to hear what the viewers think. My first initial thought, and I apologize for my voice, guys. It's about gone. I better have something left for Bedlam. But my first initial thought was, dude's going to play a lot.
Yeah.
What was
Why
your
would
thought?
you not? If you got somebody that fast, why would you not play him to stretch the field? I don't get it.
Got to play him.
What if you just lined him up and had him run deep every time and tire the cornerback? I mean, you could do so much with that speed.
The other guy that here's what I don't get on offense. Jaden Gibson, all he's done is make play after play. Like, he was known for dropping balls. Now all he does is make difficult catches. He still can't seem to get on the field. I'm confused by that.
One thing I do not like about this offense, and they've been pretty proficient in the red zone, but when they get down there, they don't use their big boys like Gibson and Nick Anderson. Use them down there, fade pattern, jump ball, something.
Yeah, Mark. Ted Lasso. The problem is I coach cross country and track, but I have been yelling this week. That is for sure. And it's stinking cold here.
Hey, you're yelling at those high school kids?
Oh, yeah. Off season. Yeah. Brennan Thompson, I want to see more. And Major, it sounds like, is going to be back this week. I don't know about Walker. If you go look at that depth chart, he's on the bottom, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if Walker will be ready to go. After that game, he said he tried to go and couldn't make cuts. That's not a good sign. I think you're going to ride Sawchuk this week hard. But if I'm OU, I'm not running a lot. OSU can stop the run. I mean, I'll run it every once in a while, but I'm going to come out there firing.
They need to pass all night.
Yeah, throw the ball just wear them down, man.
It's supposed to be about 68 to 73.
It's pretty nice weather.
It's going to be very windy, though.
Is that what they're saying, wind?
They're saying pretty breezy, 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, DG's got to have a great game. If they're going to win, DG has to play great.
Oh, agreed. I mean, they go as DG goes, but I'm not sold on him yet.
I know. We've had this argument before. Easton, yeah, you're right, Keaton. Thanks for joining us, Keaton. Appreciate it, man. Contain Gordon, and it's a W. Bowman is not going to beat you. I 100% agree. He hasn't beaten anybody. He can't beat. He's just not going to beat many people. So you got to stop. Put all your marbles, everything in. And I think Lehman said today that they are not complex at all in what they do. They just come out and run it, and you got to stop it. It's not like Kansas with a lot of trickery that, you think about BB talking about we were nosy last week, the linemen. You're not going to have any of that. Either you're going to get whooped up front or you're going to whoop them.
Well,
let's hope it's whooping them.
If this was OU's defense last year or under Lincoln Riley, we would be getting destroyed because physical running backs, if team wanted to just smash them out to OU, they could. I'm not sure that this defense will be like that. I think OU can stop the run.
Hey, Lori, appreciate you joining. Boomer. CJ, any chance?
Yeah, this guy's, he looks the part.
He does. I think he's still battling injuries, though.
Yeah,
so you're not going to see him this week. I don't think at all. If you're going to see another running back, it's going to be Smothers or Hicks, in my opinion.
And out of those two, I would rather see Hicks.
I would too. Hicks is good, man. Yeah, you got to put a lot of pressure on him. And listen, guys, look at OU's schedule. If they beat OSU, the chances of them winning out to the Big 12 title game are pretty high. You got 2 of the 3 at home, West Virginia and TCU. And then you go to BYU, who's very one-dimensional. So this game hinges for both teams. If OSU wins, they win out and have a good chance to go to the Big 12 title game. If OU wins, they're probably in the Big 12 title game. So you know what? You went out. You go play Texas again with maybe Malik Murphy as the quarterback, maybe. See where the cards may fall.
Yeah, having Gentry Williams, the 918 kid, in Bedlam. First off, he grew up watching Bedlam. He's going to want this W. Plus, he's been shut down. You could actually man up Washington and Gentry on the corners to sell out and stop the run if you had to.
Yeah, because looking at the receivers, they've had some injuries, and you got Presley, but they use him for short stuff.
He's slot too.
He's a slot, and I think Gentry could really physical him out.
If Kip plays, he's fast enough to cover.
Oh, 100%. So we'll see. I think it should be a great test for OU to come out and listen. If they can come out and dominate this game, I think the season is turned back around. I really think you can't let Kansas game basically ruin your season. And that's what's going to happen if you go down to OSU and lose. The Kansas game would have ruined your season. You're dwelling on it too much. Go beat OSU. Go beat your little brother for the last time. They don't want to play. They don't want to play OU again. And Dalton Cooper better have his head on a swivel, boy. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, I really feel like what Easton says here. The fact that this is the last Bedlam game, it's got to elevate this a little more for some of the players.
Yeah, one thing that Drake said this week that I don't know. I saw this as it kind of bothered me, and he was talking about Dillon Gabriel, and he was talking about how Dillon's he's been different this week. Real. He's very focused. I'm thinking that kind of bothered me. I was kind of thinking, where was that last week, DG? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm reading too much into that. But it's now that there's a loss, he's really got to focus, got to be on top of the game. Maybe that's just me reading into that. I don't know. I just think got to be focused every game, and you're not OU's not good enough to win these games if they're not focused.
Yeah, I'm with Mark. I don't want a last second drive. I want to win going away. I don't want this to come down to Schmidt on a kick. I don't want this to come down to Dillon Gabriel leading him on a last minute drive. I want the ponies in the barn at halftime, and I want Mike Gundy, Homer Simpson behind in the shrub in the middle of this game.
Hey,
what?
The Mike Gundy press conference, if OU kills them, would be all-time great press conference after the game. Because, hey, this game, it's going to be – I mean, it's the last one. I mean,
Jay,
you can't lose – you cannot lose bragging rights to Stillwater.
Jay, when the 5 OU captains, all from Oklahoma, walk out to the middle, when Venables and – I mean, Gundy usually wears black pants, right? If he wears white pants, someone might want to check him because he might crap him when BV comes out there. I'm just saying. He can't be like one of those European golfer guys or any golfer nowadays wearing the white pants, you know.
Maybe he'll come out there with his shirt off like he did in that basketball game, half court, you know. I mean, who knows? But
OSU fans don't like Mike Gundy.
Right now, I'm leaning OU by 20.
That would be great. I think here's the thing, Jay. If you get up on them early, they cannot come back quickly.
No, because they run the ball.
Cannot come back quickly.
That's been the problem though with OU the last few games is the starts. They haven't had a quick start since what? Iowa State. Was that the last game they had good? I think it was the last game they had a good first quarter.
No, they struggled defensively in that game.
No, offensively though. I think that was the last one.
What's your question?
Fowler orange pants. Chris, he's going to come out in the Ricky Fowler pants, man.
He might.
He might come. What kind of uniform are they going to wear? All orange this week?
I think they're going to wear black.
You think they'll be all black?
I think they're going to wear their black.
They might wear all black. Any chance that OU doesn't wear their normal?
No, he's going road whites. Promise you. Last Bedlam game, there's no chance. They're going non-traditional. There's no way.
I agree. I'm not a fan of the Rough Riders, any of those other uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray. Is that in regards to the score or what?
4 touchdown, maybe is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I was trying to see what Clark, if he was going to ask a question or what. All orange and all red. No chance of that happening, but that would
that would go hard. I've always listen. I am not a fan of all the different uniform combinations, but OU and all red, I'd be down for.
I do like the wood helmet, bringing the wood.
Yeah.
Taking OSU to the woodshed.
That's what needs to happen this week.
Definitely.
I would love for that. I would love for that stadium to empty out about halftime. All those OSU fans. Did y'all see the thing that Caden McFarland put out on Twitter today? The video. It was a video after one of the losses, and the guy in the stands. Why can't we effing ever beat them? It was pretty hilarious. I don't know if anybody saw that, but yeah. See, Ray said the same thing. The last time we come out good was on offense was Iowa State. As far as flips, Jeremy, to me, the only one, if you go off of, you could say guys from Texas A&M that were, guys like Hicks that were there last year as a freshman year. But I'm looking at, you're not flipping probably. I'm not saying you're not, but I think Nwaneri, I doubt it. Wesco, they're struggling, but I still doubt that. So I don't know if they're going to get many flips, Jeremy.
They're going to – there's no way they're not getting one flip.
Who?
I think if Jimbo Fisher –
give me a name, man. Throw a name out there.
If Jimbo Fisher's gone, they're going to get at least one, either Overton or possibly Hicks, maybe McKinley, although I think McKinley at that point would probably –
when I think of flips, I don't think of guys that are currently there. That's a portal to me.
Okay.
I think of flip. I think of recruiting.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts on the tickets? They're way more expensive than the World Series. And hey, I don't know if Texas won yet. They were up 1-0 in the eighth. Is it over?
I'm not seeing.
Did they win the World Series? Does anybody know? Or does anybody care? Because nobody's watching the freaking World
Did
Series.
you see where the
The ratings are awful.
Iowa-Connecticut basketball semifinal game last year got more than the game one of the
They're
World
all
Series?
the ratings.
What's
are
wrong
horrible.
with
Does anybody
America's
care about
pastime?
baseball?
What's wrong with America's pastime?
I just think they've run the sport, Jeremy.
I think they need to move it to September, the World Series. There's too much going on in October. Bussy. The thing about Bussy is I'm hearing LSU more than anything.
Oh, there we go. Texas is up 5-0 now.
They're going to win it. First World Series win in their history, guys.
Wow.
Hey, Jay, aren't you hearing Bussy to LSU more than a flip to OU?
That's what I've heard as well. But, hey, does LSU beat Bama this week? I say yes. I know the game's in Tuscaloosa, but I think LSU wins that game. What do y'all think?
Yeah. Was this game tonight, Keaton?
Yeah, I saw something about that tonight.
This is the time of year where Hallmark Christmas movies are on. Guys, hey, I'm going to admit it. I'll lay my man card right now out on the desk. I'm a big Hallmark Christmas movie guy.
Well, you've kind of been in the doghouse lately with your wife. Have you pulled up a Christmas movie tonight?
Hey, but this is also the time of year where football's on 5 days a week. So, actually, sorry, 7 days a week.
Yeah, but I can't get into that Mac action, man.
Awful.
I can't watch it.
Does Frank Solich still coach?
Probably. Probably.
Been there.
Mark
forever.
thinks LSU wins too. Daniels, man, to me, he's
I
got to
think
go.
He's the Heisman leader.
He's got to go to New York, right?
Oh yeah.
Man, I think he has to. It's still going on, apparently, is what Keaton says. So,
how would you like to come back from 17 down and then lose?
Hey, the Thunder choked it off tonight. They were up like 20-something points and they lost.
That's a bad loss to the Pelicans.
Yeah, they were up 20 points first quarter. I don't know what happened, man. Hey, Easton, listen. I think that's going to be a very tight game.
I think Missouri might beat them.
I think Georgia will lose one of their next 3 games. They play Missouri, Ole Miss, and then at Tennessee. I think they might lose one of those. And if you're an OU fan, you got to root for it because that would eliminate the chances of SEC getting 2 in there.
Hey, the thing is, Jay, Georgia being ranked number 2 actually helps Georgia because Missouri's going to get the best of Georgia after coming out number 2.
Man, Mark.
Jeremy, I need to take. Hey, Jeremy. Mark, I need to take a play out of Mark's playbook.
Dude, you're just going to sit on the couch and watch a Hallmark movie with your wife when you could do what Mark did.
I agree. The problem is I have 3 boys.
Okay, you could send them somewhere.
Not to the Lion King. Maybe to the Thunder game.
Maybe you go to the Battle Series with them and get your wife a movie night.
That's a good.
There's a new movie that came out with Meg Ryan out in the theaters.
Well, I probably want to go see that. I love Sleepless in Seattle.
It was filmed here where I live, man.
You've got Mel.
So,
hey, what Missouri's done lately is pretty impressive.
Theo Weiss, did you see that stat? He's like number 1 as far as contested catches this year.
He's balling out, and look, I like Theo Weiss. I think I give kudos to him for staying, even though he entered the portal and then stayed. If you remember that, he was the guy that entered and then decided to come back.
Yeah, this is interesting. CJ, I think it's the culture. I think it's the culture there. They love it. I mean, the players
got that culture.
Yeah, I know, but the players love Clemson, man. They really do.
Where is he out of, Jay?
Wesco? Oh, man. Where
he's on the eastern side of the United Southeast.
Where he's from, Jeremy, but Clemson, this is just one bad year. I don't think this is going to be the norm. Why are they not better with did you see the game last week? Did you see the quarterback? I wouldn't play him this. I'd sit him in the first quarter.
He's a little bit arrogant.
Well, he didn't run the play that was called.
Oh,
and it was wide open. It was wide open.
Dabo threw him under the bus.
Well, what do we expect him to do, Jeremy? Would you have thrown him under the bus? If that was one of your kids, would you you're coaching, would you have thrown him under the bus?
I don't know, man. I don't like to throw anyone under the
But
bus.
if they asked him the question, was it an RPO or not? You're going to lie?
No, I would have said, yeah, it was a run. He didn't
That's
run
all he
it.
did.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Sammy Brown's not flipping.
No, I agree. West
Goes from Texas. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, the other thing on the West Coast thing, though, is OU is loaded at receivers.
Yeah, they already got four or five.
Emmett Jones, we'll call him Hemmett Jones, has done such a great job that, I mean, it's going to be hard to get in here and play.
Wesco, though.
What?
Still take Wesco in a heartbeat.
Well, duh, I'd take Wesco. I'm just saying from Wesco's perspective, he may be like, man, there's a lot of guys there I'm going to have to beat out.
Oh, I don't think a stud receiver like that, highly recruited, they don't think that way.
Mm.
They don't think that way. Come on. They're not scared of competition.
Mm.
Wow.
Not wow. Look at the NIL packages, maybe. Maybe that's the deciding factor.
Man, I was looking at Florida State's schedule. They got pretty much cakewalk if they can beat Miami this week or next week.
That game's in Miami, isn't it?
No, it's in Florida State, I believe.
They've gotten every tough game at home this year.
They do go to Florida. That's a rivalry game, but
okay,
Keaton's watching this MAC stuff.
I gotta ask Keaton. Hey, first off, Keaton, thanks for being on here. I don't know if you're new to the program, but appreciate you. But do you live in the Midwest area near Ohio, or are you a big MAC fan? I didn't even know this was called the Wagon Wheel Trophy. Head coach's birthday. Appreciate you filling us in on that. I had no idea. Jay, give me one fact you know about the MAC, Jay.
One fact?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of Michigan teams in there.
Best MAC player to ever play.
I mean, Randy Moss, is he MAC?
That's Randy Moss, Byron Leftwich were both Marshall guys. Outside of those two.
Easton's wondering if we're going to get a lot out of the portal. I think it just depends on how many portal out. So, I mean, I think Brent Venables will hit the portal for sure. I think there's going to be these guys they get. It's just how many they lose. I don't think they're going to lose as many as they did last year. Chad Pennington.
New York Jetter.
Chad Pennington.
He was good one.
Marshall.
He was Marshall. Hey, Keith, we're both BA graduates, Jason and I. Don't know if you're a graduate of BA, but we are. We never saw the Tigers win a state championship, but they did a few years ago, finally.
Roethlisberger's another good one.
Roethlisberger, yep. Steve, that's a good one.
Yep,
Forgot about him. That is a real good one. He has to be the best pro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some guys at receiver or running back that we're not mentioning, but overall, he's the guy. Rangers won. They're the World Series champions.
Hey, Keaton, Jay and I were in the Reynolds Center at TU during the rain delay, okay, and there were tears shed from me as well. It was on a bucket list to see BA win a state championship. That was the year of Cortez at running back. David Alexander was the coach. Jay, you remember they had to move in from Muskogee that year, quarterback?
Oh yeah, Steve's a BA grad. We got a lot of BA grads on here.
They ran their two quarterback. What was his name?
Hey, Ray. I was actually looking at Louisville's schedule today. I think they do win out, and they do have a good shot to beat Florida State. Listen, does a one-loss Louisville ACC champ get in over OU? No way.
Not if OU wins the conference, I don't think.
I don't either.
OU would have beaten them twice.
Yeah, Rain was the center.
Was he on that team, Jay?
It was around that time, 2018.
He would have been a freshman or a sophomore.
Yeah. Yeah, John
Gray, World Series. That is right.
Good for Texas.
Andrew Rain played as a freshman at BA though.
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
I'll tell you, the best running back to ever play for BA was Devin Thomas, and the guy ended up doing nothing. Archie Bradley was a quarterback. Yeah. Not on that team though. Archie Bradley transferred from Muskogee, but he was not the quarterback that transferred. It was like
No,
Javon.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't
It
know his
starts with a
name.
Q. Starts with a Q.
Yeah, I don't know.
Quintavion or Archie Bradley was elite. Love
Yeah,
watching some Archie
Pitt's
Bradley.
got Florida State this week at Pitt. Any chance?
Pitt, I don't know. That they're known to upset people.
Yeah, they're bad though, dude. They're bad.
Devin Thomas, I watched him in
There it is,
Quinton.
Cherry. That's it.
There it is. Thank you, Steve. That is
Cherry,
it. Cherry
that's
was
it.
awesome. Do you remember the other quarterback on that team, Jay?
Oh, I can't remember his name. Little short guy.
He was the transfer as well from like Collinsville or Skiatook.
Yeah, Devin Thomas would have had a great career.
Oh, he would have been elite. Ray doesn't think Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pitt's. I doubt it. I think Florida State's really good. Oh, here we go. We got a Bigsby homer on here. Listen, Jackson, Bigsby's great. I agree. Bigsby's loaded. And I think a lot of people questioned Bigsby when they were in the 5A and thought, well, they can't play with the big boys. Well, they've proved that wrong over the last 2 years and dominated. And they're going to dominate again. Nobody's beating Bigsby. I know a lot of Jeans people want to get on, think they're going to beat him again. It's not happening.
Hey, who is the OC? Because I thought Lauren Montgomery pretty much calls everything.
Yeah, I mean.
It's not Dub Maddox. Dub Maddox is at Jeans.
Listen.
Who's the OC? Easton, who's the OC?
Listen, going from a high school to a college and calling plays is totally different, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Does it ever work out that great? I don't think it ever works out that great.
Billy, Sooner born, Sooner bred. Actually, Billy, I'm 46 years old, and I've been a Sooner fan my whole life. We used to have watch parties when I was a little kid, so I was just ingrained in the Sooner blood.
Granite guy, Jim Thorpe Award 2007, man.
Nice.
Congrats on that. That's awesome.
Snyder, Tyler Snyder, Jackson says, calls everything.
Yeah. That's a big one this weekend is Bigsby Jinx rematch.
Yep. Kewan Jones' son, Caden Jones, is a sophomore.
5-star. What's he going to be, a 5-star?
OU's already offered him.
Is he going to be a 5-star by senior year?
I'm not sure. I know Hunter from Sooner Surge thinks he'll be a 5-star. I still think maybe it depends on how big he gets. He's still kind of small.
I totally disagree with this right here. I disagree with that, Hunter. Now, he might at like a TU or something, but not at a big boy school.
Hey, Bill Blankenship, who's probably the greatest high school coach in Oklahoma of all time, could not win very much at TU. He wasn't bad. Has Caden not been offered? I thought Caden had been offered by OU guys.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, says he has, yeah. Hey, Kewan, you guys remember the LSU game? Jason White, LSU. I'm going to bring back some bad memories, guys. Jason White, you had the end zone where if he just drops that ball into Kewan Jones' hand, OU wins that game. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt. Yeah, Ray.
They're both from Oklahoma.
They're both from Oklahoma. Ray, what high schools do you follow? Any high schools? If so, where? I don't know if Bill Blankenship's son Josh is the answer, guys. That's kind of what.
Well, but just go. Have you watched Broken Arrow at all this year? Go look at it.
They're trying to change the culture. You got to change the culture. I agree with that, but
their size and stuff, they're just not very big, and they lost a lot. 2 of their best players transferred to Jinx.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that, Mark. I do. It might work in high school. It doesn't work in college. Hey Steve, they lost Jones and their quarterback Jones. Didn't they lose both of them to Jinx?
Owen Jones, the quarterback, also went to Jinx. Hey, on the East Coast, so I'm trying to think. Baltimore area's got some great high school football. Actually, Caleb Williams wasn't he from the Baltimore area?
Washington area, Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not an area OU recruits a lot, though. Who's the best player OU's gotten out of the East? Probably
Oh,
Caleb, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, he went to Gonzaga in DC. Hey, do they win this week? Do they beat Washington?
I think they do.
Why do you say that? I don't
Because
you know what I've noticed about you is
Washington's a fraud, Jay.
no,
That's why I say it.
you know what I've noticed about
You know
you?
what? You can't even grow a mustache. You're a fraud. You're just like Washington.
I can grow a mustache and I'll have one by Saturday, but what I'm saying,
Hey, viewers, we've been waiting for 3 days. He's talked about a mustache. I don't see anything on there.
yeah, I will, Jeremy. You've been
I'm a
growing yours
man.
for
I'm
two. You've been
46.
growing
I'm a
yours.
man. I'm 46.
You've been growing yours since you graduated high school, so I wouldn't even be talking. Hey, you always pick like you say. Yep, I think USC is going to win, but every other week you say they're going to get destroyed. Why change? Because you want them to win?
I do want him to win, but hey,
Is that why you're picking them? Because you want them to win?
hey, Farouk did play with Caleb, right?
Yeah, they're good friends.
Played against the Ravens kicker, Georgetown, and the Lions tight end, James Mitchell. Wow, James Mitchell, man.
Wow, yeah. Dude, Washington couldn't even score on offensive touchdown. I watched that game, Hunter. Hey, Arizona State, they play harder than anybody I've watched all year. For not being they can't make a bowl game because of the infractions. They play freaking hard, man.
Didn't you
They're
think
fun to
Herm
watch.
Edwards? Didn't you think Herm Edwards would turn them around?
He did for a little bit, but then they had
Not
them.
as good as I thought.
Hey,
Not as,
this Kenny Dillingham or whatever their coach is, he's going to be good. He's good. I like him a lot.
Who can't win 6 games?
Who can't win 6 games, Hunter? Who you talking? Why are you calling me out? Okay, Hunter. Hunter, they're not even eligible to make a bowl game. They got infractions and they're playing their butt off, dude.
They are playing with pride.
Hunter, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I'll tell you an OC. Oh, you can go get Jay.
Who?
Ferentz's son.
Oh, shut up. He's awful. Hey, Mark's dead on with that comment. They will beat. And hey, guys, don't look now, but Nebraska has turned it around.
Matt Rule's going to turn it around.
They've turned it around. They're 5-3
I just
now.
hope they don't turn it around with Grant Bricks.
I think they're 5-3 now.
OU's got to get Bricks from Nebraska. They have to.
Hey, isn't it crazy that Texas Tech had Oregon beat this year? Isn't that wild?
Oh, yeah.
They had him beat early on, second game of the year.
It would be nice to get a guy. Yeah.
Gadaboo, man. He's unreal. He is
awesome.
So good. Oh,
great
so
comment,
good.
Ray Gunn.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, and Rashada's not playing for them either, Hunter. If he was playing right now, it'd be a different story.
Hey, Arizona, both Arizona programs are playing hard. Arizona, too, that quarterback in there. I mean, Jordan Tyson would have been nice.
The guy I want out of the portal is that Stanford receiver.
Oh, yeah. Adebayo or Wab.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's unbelievable.
Did y'all see the Big 12 schedule release today? You get the Holy War every year, BYU, Utah.
Hey, OU basketball. Yeah, you do. OU basketball had a scrimmage tonight, and they got a guy from the West Coast, Oregon, the Rivaldo Soares.
Rivaldo Soares looked great.
Yeah.
Hey, and Jalen Moore, unbelievable athleticism. This team's going to be different. Hey, if you're an OU basketball fan, they're going to be good.
Toby Rowland said the athletic difference is unbelievable. And I was shocked because I've heard Porter say it, but I hear Porter say things all the time. You know how I feel.
You're not a Porter fan.
But to hear Toby say how athletic they are, and what's his name? Letard.
Yeah.
He rolled his ankle, but the x-rays are negative, guys. And speaking of that, we are going to have an injury report that's going to be dropped tomorrow, along with the depth chart as well. So you don't want to miss those 2 videos that will be going out tomorrow and Friday. We are getting closer to Bedlam. And guys, hey, rain, shine, voice, no voice, mustache or no mustache, we will be live every night at 9:30. And OU basketball is going to be better in the SEC.
Hey, Porter Moser's dominated the SEC while he's been at OU.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Jenny's we need to talk women's hoops, too. They got an awesome 5-star that went off on a scrimmage the other day.
And they got a brutal schedule, though, if you've seen it.
Brutal, but she's
Brutal.
amazing. Man, we could go R. Mason. Yeah, let's get into that tomorrow about breaking down this game, because R. Mason Thomas needs to play a big role, as do many other guys. But guys, tell your friends, all your Sooner fan friends, let's get on this tomorrow night at 9:30. We'll break out down the game. We'll get after it. Can't wait for tomorrow night at 9:30. Thank you, guys.
I'll have it.
Yep, I'll probably have the Fu Manchu. Jay, we'll still be working a little cat hair up there.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Till next time. Boomer.
Sooner.